live from somewhere between the slums of Death Valley and Reykjavik. It is the Cool Wrestling Podcast, the worst podcast on the internet today, with your host, as always, the Hash Brown Kid. With me, Cactus.
Hey, I'm alive.
And Rey Delfin.
What's up, my dudes?
Alright, so gentlemen, how's your week been?
Like, it's been a week, you know?
It happened.
It's been
That's
10
all I can
days.
say.
It has been 10 days since last time we talked, and because we don't talk before or after the podcast.
Nope, never.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
This is
I
the
don't.
only time we talk.
I hope you all suffer.
Thanks, me too.
So, speaking of suffering, 3 events this weekend. All,
Yeah, some more than others.
Alright. So should we just cut into it, or do you guys want to talk about anything before we go into it?
Nah, dude, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Alright. From the year 2005 to 2013, Daniel Bryan won the most technical award for Wrestling Observer. Just wanted to let you know. We're going to start with Escape from Los Angeles, live from the White Claw Culture Center in Los Angeles, California. We're going to start off with Jungle Boy, the son of 90210 star Luke Perry,
May you rest in peace.
versus...
You better with a different boy!
God damn, your voice sounds awful. Did you get some water or something?
No, I'm trying not to yell because there's people. Like, usually when I scream, it's because no one else is in the house, but there's people in the house.
Already off to a terrible start. So, comments really about this match. Jimmy Lloyd, being Jimmy Lloyd, again. Really fun as a deathmatch wrestler. Not the best technical wrestler, even when you get guys like Jungle Boy in with him and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, he worked a lot better in this match, though, than the match last time we talked about him.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it definitely
against
shows
Atlas.
a clear flaw that Jimmy just can't really keep up with the more high flyer and, you know, really flashy guys. Because the early goings of this match were, like, I wouldn't say sloppy, but it was clear that Jimmy was having a hard time keeping up with Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
I mean that's like it's like a snail trying to keep up with anything.
Well, that's the strategy. He tries to wear him down until they're at the same energy level as he is, and that's where he gets him.
You know, honestly, I feel like Jimmy Lloyd would be a lot better if he just did a couple lines before he went out the curtain.
Yeah, like reciting lines from Shakespeare, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
Yeah. So I do want to point out one of our favorite spots happened in this match, the Poison Rana no-sell.
Ah, yes. The spot I have complained about every fucking week since last year's Wrestle Kingdom.
We are never going to forgive them. Will Ospreay and Takahashi, was it?
It was Hiromu Takahashi. Hope you get better. Hope you'd actually learn how to sell a fucking Poison Rana.
Yeah,
From
kicks
the
that
top
at one.
rope, no less.
Yep, kick that at 1 from a top rope Poison Rana, because that's logic right there.
And as wrestling fans, we need something to bitch about.
Oh yeah, that's our purpose.
Yeah, just to bitch about things.
Yeah, but at least we don't bitch about everything, unlike some people.
We only bitch about wrestling.
Yeah, and we actually enjoy wrestling in its current state, and don't pine for the days back when kayfabe was real Jim Cornette. Nah, I don't know where I was going with that. Fuck Jim Cornette.
Well,
Yeah.
this whole match was basically your typical Jungle Boy match. Lots of high spots, lots of no selling. Not that it was a bad thing, because I enjoyed the match, but I mean it wasn't too out of the ordinary for a Jungle Boy match.
No, it was kind of normal. It was a very good match. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy Jimmy Lloyd matches.
All right. So we go on to the finish.
Yes. Do you want me to say it?
Yes.
Oh, Jungle Boy hit a crucifix driver for the pin.
All right, gentlemen, what do you give that rating?
I gave it an 82%.
I gave it a 70.
All right. We move on to the match of two Chris's between Chris Statlander and Chris Dickinson.
What'd you rate the last match?
Yes. It was very... I liked Statlander versus Dickinson.
Oh, yeah. Really good match.
I feel like there's a reason you're trying to avoid the subject.
Intergender matches, as far as I'm concerned, I've never been a real big fan of intergender matches. And that's not because, I don't believe women and men are equal or whatever fucking bullshit someone will say when you're like, oh, I don't like intergender wrestling. Most of the time, the men don't make it work. It's never really the fault of the woman, it's more the fault of the man. So when you get a guy like Chris Dickinson in there who sold his ass off for Chris Statlander, it added to the match. It actually made the match watchable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He sold a lot, and I mean, she kind of made it a bit easy for that too. They were just smacking the shit out of each other for most of this match. This match was stiff as hell, or at least looked stiff.
I mean, if one thing Dickinson's been known for, it's stiffing the fuck out of people,
Yeah, and Chris kept with him. Chris didn't seem like he let up on her. I should probably refer to him as other things other than Chris.
Right, because it's Chris versus Chris. Statlander, very good in the ring. Very underrated. I wouldn't call her underrated, but, if you're in the know, you know how good she is.
Definitely.
I'm one of those people. I'll never call someone underrated. Because in their circle, which they are known, they're not underrated. They're very well respected, very well liked. And the same thing goes for Chris Statlander. I mean, if you watched American Rana last week, or if you heard our review, Kimberly, Stardom Pro Wrestling, and all these other Joshi promotions have actually led us to create the women's match of the year. In more of an effort for us to watch more Joshi wrestling, and an effort for us to pay more attention to women's matches.
Yeah, no. I'm very happy that we have this award contention.
It is. Chris Statlander, of course, being on the women's match of the year with Kimberly. Thank you for the suggestion, Ray.
No problem. They definitely deserve to be on there.
So, gentlemen, are there anything you would like to talk about more in this match?
It was just a great match. I always enjoy Dickinson matches, and Statlander, like I said, she kept up with him, and she not only kept up with him, she added to the match.
Definitely. She's quickly become one of my favorite female wrestlers in the business right now, and I expected a phenomenal match, and I got what I was expecting.
All right. So we move on to the finish. The two fought back and forth for a little bit. Door came in, as is GCW tradition, with a Pazuzu bomb through the door after teasing someone was going through the door for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
I gave it a 90%.
Wow. I also gave it a 90.
Are y'all fucking with me right now? Because... Jesus! Boys, ring the fucking bell!
I don't have anything.
Ding, 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 ding.
There we go.
There we go.
I also rated it a 90.
Nice.
That was I wouldn't call it match of the year contender worthy, but as far as intergender matches are concerned, that was legitimately the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not match of the year, but it's a match I could definitely go back, rewatch, and be just as entertained.
Any other final comments?
No.
All right. We move on to the match that broke Jim Cornette, as we have Kotaro taking on Mance Warner, formerly of Jim Cornette's favorite wrestler committee, before someone decided to throw a little hissy fit because things didn't go his way. So we'd like to talk about the match and see just exactly why Jim Cornette doesn't like Mance Warner anymore.
Oh, come on. We know why. We know why this match was gimmicky as shit, and I fucking loved it.
It's a Kikataro match. I'm not sure what Cornette could have possibly expected.
See, the thing is, Kikutaro doesn't know Japanese wrestling. And he acts like he's the lead of all wrestling. He knows all wrestling, but he doesn't know the basics of Japanese wrestling. You have your comedy promotions, you have your serious promotions, you have your Joshi promotions, you have your mixed promotions, but most of those are also kind of comedic in a way. Kikutaro, comedy legend in wrestling.
Yes.
Not gonna lie to you, my pen fucked up a lot while writing this, so most of my notes involved rest the ref.
Yeah.
He toasted it. Missed Hogan. I don't know what the fuck that means, but missed Hogan.
I went back and rewatched. I think I know the exact spot you're talking about. The missed Hogan. Kikutaro was hulking up, so he was doing all the Hulk thing, and he whipped Mance into the corner, into the ropes for a big boot. And when Mance came and got hit with the big boot, Kikutaro took the bump. Mance just kind of stood there. And from there, Mance Warner went for the leg drop, the Hogan leg drop, and Kikutaro rolled out of the way.
Yes, you've got another spot in this match where Mance is chasing Kikutaro around the ring. I believe he had a chair in hand as well. And then Kikutaro would constantly turn around, try and lose Mance, but eventually it didn't work. He caught up to him.
Oh, one of my favorite spots in this match. All right, so picture this. Kikutaro gets his fingers in the old position. Right, the two fingers, the gun, pretty much. Sticks it up Mance Warner's ass. Sniffs it. Falls. Ref sniffs it. He falls. Mance Warner comes up, sniffs it, and puts it in his fucking mouth. Mance Warner's fucking gross.
It's his own taste. He likes the taste of his own whatever's brewing.
You just like the taste of your own brand, don't you?
Yeah, Mance got high on his own supply. You know, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
All right, gentlemen.
I had to go back and rewatch and see what I meant by this, because I know I could have meant this. But there is a brutal, unprotected chair shot to Mance Warner's head that I gifted. I'm going to put it in the video. It's brutal.
It was a comedy chair shot, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He got lightly tapped with the side of the chair.
Okay. All right. So would we like to talk about the spot that killed Cornette?
Please.
Lights go out. Lights come back on, and who else is it but Invisible Stan? Invisible Stan spears Mance Warner through a table. Lights go out again. Invisible Man comes up and fucking attacks Kikutaro. Then the two fight for a little bit before jumping over the rope through the table. Through the door on the outside. Mance Warner, knee pad up, knee pad down. Fucking ruthless knee, as it's called, for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
We all know there's only one rating you can give this match. It's 69.
Yeah, 69 all the way through. Now, what I was thinking, wasn't Invisible Stan dead?
Yes, Invisible Stan did die, but shit has been known to happen.
Exactly. People are out here angry that two invisible men interrupted this match, and I'm sitting here thinking, I thought one of those invisible men was dead.
Yeah, but hey, it's wrestling.
You're damn right, it's wrestling, and that's why we love it.
Up next, we move on to my personal second match of the night, your guys' match of the night, as Blake Christian takes on Alex Zane.
It was a fantastic match.
This match was crazy.
Yeah, me and Dolphin certainly just loved the shit out of this match.
I liked it. It was just a little too sloppy for my taste.
I will give you that. It was a sloppy match, but it was one of those matches where, like, every single spot you look at and you kind of are in awe of it. They try to do a lot of things that I've never seen before. Some of it didn't work out well, but they try to do some awesome shit in this match.
They did, and if it wasn't for me being such a sourpuss, I'm sure I would have liked the match a lot more. However, I just couldn't get past the sloppiness of it, and for every cool thing they did, they immediately followed up with just the sloppiest thing I'd seen up until that point. But nothing taking away from Blake Christian and Alex Zane. Those guys are fucking peak in their careers right now. Now is the time to jump on them. Now is the time for a Cruiserweight Classic with those two main eventing.
Oh yeah, I can see both these people just championing either a Cruiserweight, light heavyweight, or even just a mid-card division, because they're just phenomenal workers. They're just... They're not quite at the same level as at athleticism as Ricochet, but they definitely innovate like he did in the Indies, and try to do they try to do so much. And I just gushed over this match the entire time.
Yeah, there was bound to be a few slip-ups, but there were, for every time they'd strike out, they'd hit maybe 2 or 3 home runs, and that's what made this match amazing. It's just, maybe you'd have a spot where an enziguri didn't connect, but then they turn around and Alex Zane hits a fucking shooting star off of the apron, and just with no assistance other than his own athleticism, and then you've got great spots. So I think they more than made up for any botches they may have had with just incredible spots.
Blake Christian dove off the top of the White Claw Culture Center.
Oh yeah, that's as far up as you could go. He jumped off it, and I'll give him credit. They knew when to tone it back, so it was safe as safe as possible.
Exactly. In the moment, the jaded wrestling fan in me was like, "Oh,
do a flip.
Well, he didn't do any flips or anything."
Do a flip.
Yeah, but then I thought, "Holy shit, that was a really high drop." And, him doing just an axe handle or a tomahawk chop or whatever he had done into the crowd of people was more than enough given the height that he jumped from.
Yeah. Yeah, if he would have Sid Vicious himself from that height, his leg would just crumble into dust.
Yeah,
so
there could have been a chance for both legs.
Would we like to go to the finish of this match?
No. Not even near.
All right, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
We had another spot in this match, which both Cactus and I agreed was definitely on spot of the year, with Alex Zane hitting what Cactus referred to as a shooting star meteor to the back of Blake's head, which was insane. In the moment and looking back on it, that spot was crazy. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone else do it. If anyone else has seen it, by all means, let me know. I had never seen that spot prior to that match.
Yeah. One thing, the logic of Blake Christian taking off the top rope so Alex Zane cannot hit the 630, as is his finisher. That was it kind of seemed goofy, but still, if you get into the mindset of, he can't hit 630 on the second rope, it's great. And then that leads to the finish where Alex Zane hits the 630 off the second rope.
Yeah, it was crazy. There wasn't much room, and he still managed to hit the move.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
All right, so boys, that was your finish. Let's go into the ratings.
I gave it 100. I love this match.
I also gave it 100.
Now don't y'all make me feel like a piece of shit. I gave it an 89.
Ooh.
Like I said, I really enjoyed the match. I didn't feel like it broke the 90s. I'm the jaded wrestling fan. I'm the one that kind of would like a little bit more crispness in his match. Not taking away from either of those guys, not taking away from anything that they did. By the end of it, I forgot everything. For me, it was spots for the sake of spots and less story-driven, which I'm a story mark. I'm a guy who's fucking all about the story. If there's cool spots for the story, I'm all for it, but for the most part, spots for the sake of spots, I'm not really going to remember as much. But, nothing taken away. I honestly will give it a kind of, more of a span rating. I'll rate it anywhere from an 89 to a 94, because what those guys did out there will never be duplicated like they did it. There will be attempts, but nothing can match what they did in that ring. I just didn't enjoy it.
I also don't think you should feel the need to change your rating whatsoever. It's all up to opinion. We all think what we think, and it's unique in that we think that way. And obviously, if you were to agree with us, where's the fun? We wouldn't be able to debate. And for those listening, when we watched this match, Cactus and I went back and watched it with Hash when he watched it the first time. And we were just talking about how much we enjoyed this match, and he would point out minute details that would bring it down for him that we overlooked. And obviously, we all have different opinions. And that's what makes the podcast great, is that if we were all just sitting here jerking off saying, we all think this match is great, then this podcast would be shit. Because we can debate about shit like this. He can point out, I thought this wasn't as good. And then we say why we thought it was good. But at the end of the day, we all love wrestling. We're all talking about wrestling. And we think what we think because we think it.
And there's your fucking preview.
Yeah, whatever. Hash, you're a piece of shit. You're wrong. Go fuck yourself. Let's go to the next match.
There's your fucking preview, boys. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me just... Now, I couldn't have said it any better myself. On a drunken ramble. Now we move on to the next match, as it is. Another GCW scramble. Ego taking on Shane Mercer, taking on Nate Webb, taking on Lucas Riley, taking on Matt Vandergraff, taking on Tyler Bateman.
Yeah, this match existed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad they put the
For as
intermission.
Much shit, go ahead.
I'm glad they put the intermission in between the past two matches, because I have two fucking spa fests, one after another, would have just made this match super goddamn sour.
Exactly. But also, this possibly even goes to show more of how great the previous match was. Even after the intermission, I was still out of it, I was like, damn, I just saw that. This wasn't as good, in my opinion. But then again, I'm not a big fan of multi-man matches, so there's that as well.
There wasn't a lot to talk about in this match, so I'll just talk about everything worth talking about. Lucas Riley tried to do a barrel suicide dive, caught the ropes, almost fucking died. Fucking Egotistico Fantastico leaped over a random fan, and Spider Nate Webb did a moonsault with the ladder on his neck.
Yeah, no, he did a moonsault with the ladder in front of him.
Oh, okay. It
No,
wasn't
it
that
wasn't-
fucking dangerous.
There was another spot where Nate Webb did have the ladder around his neck and was just spinning
is
in
that the one where
circles.
fucking Shane Mercer then suplexed him? And
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he did
suplexed him with the ladder around his neck.
You're
Yeah, he
not
did
the
that,
great Sasuke, Nate.
Yeah, he did the Terry Funk spot where he wears the ladder on his neck and hits people with it.
All right, boys. That's really everything to talk about in this match. Let's go to the ratings.
Oh, you know what? Let's not talk about the ratings real quick, because we got to see what was underneath Spider Nate Webb's bandana.
Bald!
Bold ass head.
Bald!
Bald! His
it's
shiny chrome dome just permeating throughout the White Claw Cultural Center in Los Angeles, California.
I'll tell you guys, I went blind for a
Exactly.
little bit there.
I'm sitting there like that dude from SpongeBob, the movie, when they see King Triton's bald-ass head. Bald, mesmerized, hypnotized by the gleam coming off of that man's cranium.
It's like a crystal ball. You can see your future in his head.
You never know what's underneath the bandana, and then it comes off, and you're disappointed because there's nothing under there.
You can see your future in his head, and you know what your future is? It's just all teenage dirtbag.
It's as bleak as his hairline.
It's all teenage dirtbag. He is the middle-aged teenage dirtbag.
Like, I knew he was old, but this is ridiculous. So, Ray, let me ask you a quick question. How many good moments are you going to have on this podcast?
I don't know. This is my breakout podcast.
You've busted me out laughing fucking twice. So now let's go into the fucking ratings.
Yeah, let's go to the finish first, you goddamn idiot.
Shane Mercer wins.
Yeah, moonsault power slam onto Lucas Riley. onto a ladder, which is on Nate Webb.
Yeah, Nate probably died. Because after
Yes.
the match, the fans were chanting, "Thank you, Nate." And Nate just looked like... I was like, wait a second. Is Nate dead? Is Nate dying? Does someone
retired.
know something that I don't? Does
Yeah,
Nate
they
have
saw the future in his
leukemia?
head. They saw the future in his head, dude. They knew he was gonna die on the way home.
You're gonna burn in the light from his head.
Yeah.
So ratings. Let's
I gave
go.
it a 79.
I gave it a 70. And if anyone knows how I rate these types of matches, this might as well have been a damn 80 to 90 match, really.
I gave that an 83.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, we move on to the next match. A match I liked probably more than both of you because I'm a fucking mark for Masato Tanaka. As Masato Tanaka took on Tony Deppen. Not a lot happened in this match.
Not a lot happened, but a lot of cool shit happened at the same time.
Right, like, nothing really happened to where you could be like, oh, this match, you need to go back and watch this match. But watching the match, it's like, wow, pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good match. I wouldn't say that it was a good match to get someone into wrestling, but like if you just like wrestling, this is definitely a match to see.
Yeah. The one thing burned into my mind from this match is the what was it? A brainbuster through a door onto the floor from Tanaka
yes.
onto Deppen.
Yeah, Tanaka was fucking gross in this match. Like, it was just a fucking nasty kind of match.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a spot where Tony Deppen made it seem as though he was going to hit Tanaka with the chair, but then dropped the chair, and I don't know if he went for the throat or the eyes because of the angle that the camera was at, but he essentially got a cheap shot in. Made everyone think they were going to get what they wanted in a chair shot, and then just took it away from him, like the asshole Tony Deppen is.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And
sure
then he
it was-
later gave it to him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and
pretty sure it was
Masato
an
Tanaka
eye poke.
didn't give a shit.
and that's, I mean, if you watch, like, late 90s ECW, you know that's Masato Tanaka's shtick. Hit me in the head as hard as you fucking can, sometimes from the top rope. Fucking Mike Awesome.
Exactly.
And just beat the shit out of me. Masato Tanaka is like 50 almost. He's almost 50 years old. And this motherfucker is still taking unprotected chair shots to the head like it was late 90s car crash television.
Exactly. Sean Spears be damned, this man's head is made of fucking concrete.
Yeah,
You know what?
he's
I
getting
was-
grandfathered into our normal hatred of unprotected chair shots.
Exactly. You can't be mad when he takes it. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to see Sean Spears versus Masato Tanaka in a who can...
In an unprotected chair shot match?
Yes. I want to see if finally someone can take down Masato Tanaka. The answer's
Fucking-
no.
Yeah. He's Sean Spears is not gonna be able to count to 10 after it.
The perfect this many.
The amount of fingers I'm holding up. Another thing from the start of the match that I got written down is a call from, I forgot what the commentator's name was.
Are you talking about Kevin Gill or Eli Everfly?
Kevin Gill. He
Also-
said, and I quote,
Go ahead.
he said, and I quote, Deppen's got insane tendon strength and hate in his heart. Like those things are fucking connected.
Yeah. And quickly, while we're on the point of commentary, shout out to Eli Everfly, who follows us on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
shout out.
Shout out to Eli Everfly. Boy! If you want to be like Eli Everfly, follow us on Twitter.
At Cool
That's
Wrestle
it.
Posting.
That kind of is it.
The link is always in the description, boys.
The link is always in the description.
All right, let's move
So-
on to the finish, boys. We're dragging on too long.
Sliding D for the 1, 2, 3. What do you all give this match?
I gave it an 85.
I gave it an 88.
I also gave it an 85.
Wow.
Nice.
He expected to like this match the most, yet I gave it the highest rating.
I'm honestly quite shocked.
Me too.
We move on to the next match, my least favorite match of the night, as Dustin Thomas takes on Joey Janela in your semi-main event. Boys, within 1 minute, Dustin Thomas breaks his leg.
Yep.
I'm not fucking kidding you. This isn't a joke. Dustin Thomas broke his fucking leg.
Yes, legs. The man with no legs broke his leg.
The bilateral paraplegic broke his leg. If this says anything about how this match went, I have one note, and the note is dud.
Yeah.
This match was a dud.
This match was fucking awful.
I think that's giving me a way too much credit to call it a dud.
-5 stars. I do it better, Brian. I'm sorry.
No, we're calling everybody out today.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, do you actually want to talk about this match or just...
I don't. Yeah. There's nothing to talk about in this match. Dustin Thomas broke his leg. Joey Janela said, "No, man, let's keep going," like a fucking asshole. And the match suffered for it. It ends with a crossface reverse into another crossface that lasted for fucking 5 minutes, and he tapped out for the 1, 2, 3. What do y'all give this fucking match?
I like how our Janela hates alternating from week to week.
Yeah, no. Next week we'll probably love the guy again, but this week,
I don't think we're seeing him at all next week.
That says you. Well, I'll find something with him on it.
Nice. I gave it a 24%.
Damn. I gave it a 15.
I gave it a 15 as well, also.
Ring the fucking bell.
You two are just in sync.
We are in sync today.
We're all in sync, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we're all kind of around the same mark of everything is awful.
Yeah, for all that fucking retarded bullshit you said about, like, it being okay to disagree, we're all in sync, so just throw that out the window. It's not okay to disagree.
No, we all just got to agree
on
it's
okay to disagree on something that fucking sucks.
No,
and anyone
up.
Who disagrees fucking sucks.
No, you shut up right now. It's
up
not
next,
okay to disagree.
Up next,
this is an echo chamber.
Shut the fuck up. Up next, we had our main event of the evening. As Nick Gage takes on England's most dangerous man, the King of the Goths, Jimmy Havoc with no mask, instantly took down 5 points for that.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that I forgot his mask in this with a bunch of light tubes. He could have really used it.
Speaking of fucking could have used it, shout out to that dumbass in the front row who decided, in this death match, I'm gonna wear a visor.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna wear a mask. I'm not gonna wear a mask to prevent the mercury vapors from coming into my fucking face. I'm gonna give them a one-way ticket to my nose.
Yeah, you might as well have just worn a
fucking
replica Captain America shield on your arm. That would protect you just as much.
He wants it. Listen, after watching Joey Janela versus Dustin Thomas, I'd want to fucking mainline some mercury. So I completely agree why that motherfucker would do that.
She's still stupid. Either way, I didn't have any notes for this match because I was so mesmerized by just the dream match I have been wanting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Honestly, one of the notes I do have is I can't believe these two haven't faced before.
Their styles match in the purest of senses.
Nick Gage likes hurting people, and Jimmy Havoc fucking loves pain. There's like almost no better two people to mesh together than these two in a fucking death match.
I mean, it almost wrote itself.
Yeah. There are, I have a couple spots stapled to the head, chest, and dick.
Oh, yes, his balls.
Jimmy could have moved at any fucking moment. He didn't.
Yeah. He wanted, like Ray said. He likes the pain.
Yeah, he sat in the corner and let Nick Gage give him a fucking Prince Albert.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure I would have taken one from Nick Gage, but not to mention, minor detail, but shout out to Nick Gage for using the high-quality staple guns.
Oh, yes, none of those weak-ass staple guns. Only the finest of quality staple guns.
This nigga's using Stanley. This motherfucker's using Stanley.
Yeah. Another spot is Gage pulled out a one-winged angel.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Kenny Omega.
Fantastic. That got 2 count.
Oh yeah. So had Jimmy Havoc hit the Acid Rainmaker, we would have had both, which I know damn well Nick Gage would have kicked out of. We would have had a one-winged angel kicked out of and a Rainmaker kicked out of. Eat your fucking heart out, New Japan.
Yeah, they're just going to go...
AEW too, I guess.
Yeah, they're just going to go through a collage of different NJPW finishers from 2017.
From 2017. Destino! There was a spot that wasn't really captured well because the camera was stupid, but Jimmy Havoc did the old paper cut spot on Nick Gage.
Oh yeah, to his mouth.
Yeah, I've never seen Nick Gage look that much in pain before. But this was for his murder, death, kill gang. This match was for people like me. And honestly, with a pile driver to a fucking pyramid of chairs, we get the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
I gave it an 83%.
I gave this a 90. And just to pick up off of that rating, I want to point out there's another death match, and I'm putting that in quotations. Another death match from a GCW show that we've reviewed on the podcast prior, which was Jimmy Lloyd versus Marcus Crane. That match fucking sucked. That match shouldn't be called a death match. This was a real fucking death match, and that's why I gave it a 90. This match was fucking amazing.
All right, I gave it a 93. As I said, it was made for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we move on to the next event as the biggest party of the summer. SummerSlam.
You're forgetting about the cool rating.
What's the cool rating?
The cool rating for that last event was a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure %. Because most of it was pretty damn good, but there is that one part that just fucking sucks, and don't act like Part 3 was any good. Part 3 fucking sucks. Fuck Polnareff, and fuck Iggy.
You know, he sent me that rating before, and hearing him actually say it, it was about as funny as I thought it was going to be. So shout out to those fucking people who also watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Probably nobody, because nobody listens to the podcast.
Yeah, according to Part 6, I legit live in a prison.
All right,
Next,
so on to SummerSlam.
the biggest party of the summer. Oh my god, if this is the block party I got invited to, motherfucker, never invite me to your parties again.
There's a reason a lot of block parties end up with shots being fired. That's because they fucking suck, and this is definitely one of them.
Oh, fucking Christ. We start off with Oni Lorcan taking on Drew Gulak in a match that I probably liked a lot more than I should have.
Well, no. I mean, it was a good match. Like, it was a shame it was on the pre-show.
Yeah, but I mean, that's been the whole deal with the Cruiserweight title since its inception. Pre-shows and Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, the problem with the pre-show matches is they feel so restricted that, like, 205 Live, I feel like there's less restrictions than on the fucking pre-show. So the Cruiserweight Championship matches on the pre-show feel worse than what they would have been on just 205 Live.
Which we are getting a rematch tonight on 205 Live.
It's probably going to be better than this, because I just felt like it was way too clammed in. Like, they didn't really pull out anything that different.
I'll let you know. Because I'm watching 205 Live tonight. It was just a nasty kind of match, though. Even with all its restrictions, everything just looked nasty. And that's just kind of like the highlight for SummerSlam. It's just everything was just nasty. Either in a good way or a bad way. A bad way would be a Lacey Evans kind of nasty. A good way would be Oni Lorcan versus Drew Gulak kind of nasty, where it's like intentionally sloppy.
I get where you're coming from. I felt like it was intensely sloppy, but also felt like they had to fit in vest holds for the goddamn advertisements, because it's a free pre-show.
That's something they gotta change.
Oh yeah, definitely. The ads on the pre-show. If I'm watching on the network, I do not want to see a fucking ad for the pay-per-view that I am watching the pre-show for. I am watching SummerSlam, whether I like it or not, because of the podcast. I do not need an ad telling me to subscribe to the network, which I have subscribed to, which I am watching the pre-show for. What the fuck?
Yeah. At this point, it's more or less an ad that's just like, hey, you could turn it off at any time. You can go watch something else.
And I
You
get
don't have to do
it.
this.
I get it. The pre-show is also on their YouTube channel. So obviously the ads are for the people watching on YouTube to try and get them to watch SummerSlam on the network, to subscribe to the network. But is it too fucking hard to have two separate streams? One for the network watchers that doesn't have any ads, so we can watch the match all the way through like we fucking want to. Obviously, we want to see this match. We are watching the pre-show. I'm not watching the pre-show to see what Booker T's fucking shucky ducky quack quack moment of the fucking night is. I'm watching the fucking pre-show to watch Oni Lorcan and Drew Gulak fucking punch each other in the mouth.
There's your rant for the episode, boys. I don't know if I'm gonna go on one. I'm probably not, but there's your rant for the fucking there's your rant for the episode, more than likely.
What was the shucky ducky quack quack moment of the week?
I don't even fucking remember. That's how much I gave a shit about the shucky ducky quack quack moment of the night.
It was the Fiend versus Finn Balor. That was the shucky ducky quack quack.
That's our shucky ducky quack quack moment of the night. Later to come on the podcast.
Boys. Hey, this really scary kind of match. Let's just, I don't know, shucky ducky quack quack.
Okay, Booker. Okay, go back to reality of wrestling. I'm sorry.
Speaking of reality of wrestling, they recently had their Summer of Champions card, which I watched. It wasn't bad. It ended on controversy with the disqualification. Dio Madden should have won that fucking title, Booker.
Yeah, speaking of controversy with the disqualification,
we haven't even moved on to that fucking match yet. Boys, what's your rating for the Oni Lurkin Gulak match after a cyclone crash? For the 1, 2, 3.
I gave it a 72%.
I gave it a flat 70.
I gave it a 78. It was my match of the night until much later in the night. We move on to the next match as Apollo takes on Murphy.
And you know, this wasn't a bad match until the previously stated controversial ending.
Yeah, no, I was extremely into this match because I like both these guys are two of my like underrated faves.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah.
By the way, hashtag Cruz for King of the Ring.
Yeah, we all know it's going to be King Corbin. Okay.
I want King Cruz.
Okay, King Corbin needs to fucking happen.
King Corbin. Okay.
This is the King.
You've gone too far.
Nah.
All right, that's enough of that. Okay.
He has like one of those king staffs, but it's just a giant pen.
I bring the darkness out. Oh, sorry.
Paperwork.
This match was very good. Had Apollo Crews raising the roof. Then within a minute later, took a cheeky Nando's kick from Buddy Murphy. So boys, do we want to talk about how this match ended?
No.
Of course we don't, because this match fucking ended in a bullshit way. Rowan interferes. And I love me some Big Red. I love me mahogany goddess known as Rowan. But...
Mahogany goddess?
Yeah.
Yes!
He's a woman?
Yes! To me, he's a gorgeous...
Rowan's pronoun?
You're right. You're right. That was
Rowan is a gorgeous woman.
Exactly. We love us some Big Red at the Cool Wrestling Podcast. I'm Rey Delfin, and if you don't chew Big Red, go fuck yourself.
But yeah, no, reference. Rowan interferes, attacks Buddy Murphy. Keep my name out your mouth. And, boys, what do you rate this match?
Give it a 55.
I just gave it a flat 50. I would have legitimately rated it if it didn't have a shit finish.
Well, boys, I'm giving this match a coveted once-in-a-lifetime rating of a DNR %. I did not rate this match because it doesn't fucking deserve it. They took a match I wanted, and they ripped it out of my fucking still beating hands.
Your hands are beating?
Yes!
You should probably get that checked.
Yes! Yeah, no, I refuse to rate this match because if they're not even going to give me a fucking ending, I'm not going to give them a rating.
Fair enough.
Oh, man. Oh, the Hash Brown Kid didn't give Apollo versus Murphy a rating. Oh, how's Kevin Dunn ever going to come back from this?
Yeah, how are we gonna get past Hash Brown Kid refusing to rate the fucking pre-show piss break match?
That's it, boys. Pack it up. WWE's been canceled. Up next, we had the stitched together tag team of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss taking on Australia's favorite sons, the Iconics.
Cross and Bliss had some of the most terrifying fucking entrance CGI I have ever seen.
And is that including Brock Lesnar's that comes later in the night?
Yes, that is including that.
Now, let me
Because
tell
like that's intentionally supposed to be scary.
Let me tell you. Also regarding the entrance, when I saw that Alexa Bliss was wearing a Buzz Lightyear themed outfit, I was floored that they did not have Nikki Cross dressed up as Woody. I don't give a shit if it does not fit the character. Give her a fucking cowboy hat and some fucking assless chaps.
There's a snake in my boot.
Exactly.
No,
You can't just
about
half
the hidden
ass
meaning behind Alexa Bliss's entrance attire.
Yeah, thanks, What Culture. I never would have guessed that it was a Buzz Lightyear attire without your video. Thanks, third Adam on the fucking What Culture.
Sorry to cut you off, Ray.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
There's a new Adam on What Culture. How many Adams do you need?
I'm pretty sure Britain is there's 18 atoms per fucking 10 meters.
How many atoms per cubic yard?
Like, seriously,
Well,
is everyone there named Adam?
Well, I mean, technically everything's made of atoms, so it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of atoms at What Culture.
I have nothing about this match. I was not excited for this match. I knew who was going to win. Nikki Cross humped Alexa Bliss's title with her title. That's all I have.
My only real note is, when the fuck did Alexa Bliss turn face?
Sometime between the Bayley feud and... yeah.
Yeah, she turned face out of necessity.
Why? Like, she's not a face.
Yeah.
Look, she's blonde and she's hot. She's a face to everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
So, gentlemen, Twisted Bliss off the top rope for the expected finish of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross to win. What do you rate the match?
I honestly, unironically gave it a 70. I enjoyed the match.
Yeah, actually, I had it up there, too. I gave it a 71.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got one up me at every turn, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, we're going to move on to the next match.
What'd you rate it?
Here's
45.
the obligatory Hash hates women's wrestling.
Look, I'm the one who fucking pushed for a women's match of the year.
That was kind of Ray who did that.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
It's okay. It's okay. I'll give it to him. You can have it.
Look, I forced him to make it, okay? Cactus does whatever the fuck I tell him to half the time, so I forced him to make it. Ray put the idea out there, I forced Cactus to make it.
All right, let's move on, boys. This is a long-ass show.
It's only 5 hours.
It doesn't feel 1 minute over 8.
Up next, we have the opening contest as the only women's fucking main eventer of WrestleMania, Becky Lynch taking on the serial farter, Natalya. You know she's still doing it. The fart shooter, as you guys so elegantly put during
yes.
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I call it the sharpshooter.
The old fart gimmick. When she killed Hornswoggle.
It's not just a fart, it's a wet one.
Oh, Lord.
What the fuck was wrong with Mike Rome's hair?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was my note for this match. What the fuck is up with Mike Rome's hair?
He looks like he looks like a Twitch streamer.
Yeah. Move over, Ninja. Mike Rome's in town. Well, he's not on Twitch anymore, I guess.
Yeah, move over, Mixer.
Yeah, he's got the fucking he's got the fucking dyed platinum blonde spiky hair that only fucking 18-year-olds have.
It's the midlife crisis. Expect to see him on a Harley Davidson anytime soon.
So it was your standard submission match. A lot of holds. Crowd Not into it in the slightest.
thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, the crowd was pretty good. yeah, the crowd wasn't into the match. The crowd was into Becky, because regardless of what people's like. Well, okay, when I say people, I just mean us, really. Even though I'm a fan of Becky, always have been. Regardless of what's said about her, she's still over as fuck.
Right.
Still over as fuck. The fans, they were in Canada. Fucking Natalya came out with a Canadian flag and got a minuscule response. They were chanting Becky. Like, that's how over this woman is that she got Natalya booed in her own home country.
She got over in Bizarro Land, where faces never get over.
Yeah, which means she's a heel.
Shut the fuck up. So a disarmer out of nowhere for the 1-2-3 in this submission match. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
I gave it an 87%.
Damn, I only gave it like an 82.
Look, I really enjoyed the match.
Well, no, obviously I did too. I gave it in the 80s.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Why do you guys make it look like I hate women?
Because you hate women.
Why do you hate women?
Why do you hate women?
I don't hate women. All right, I gave every women's match on this card the benefit of the doubt, and they all proven me wrong. Becky Lynch and Natalya was the best women's match on the card, but I gave it a 75.
This just in, Hash Brown Kid hates women and women's wrestling.
Yeah, you know, I tell your girlfriend that you hate women, but, like, you
She
don't let her
already
on the
knows.
internet anymore.
What?
You don't let her contact the outside world anymore, so, like, I guess I can't.
Oh. It's just in Hash Brown Kid holding his girlfriend in his house at gunpoint. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I gave it a 75.
Yeah, it's not that bad of a rating.
I've been rating all these matches lower than you guys. And it's not, and it's like, I don't know, I feel self-conscious about
Hey,
it.
at least you're actually rating them, unlike the fucking Apollo Crews match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's-
I mean, we could have easily been like, oh, Hash Brown Kid doesn't like black people. He didn't rate a match with
You're
a black
wrong.
guy in it.
You're wrong. I don't like Australians, okay?
Oh, my
doesn't
my
like
apologies.
Australians.
Fuck those cunts down under. Foster sucks!
They don't drink Fosters.
I know they don't, but it's Australian for beer. Alright, we move on to the next match as my boy Ziggles takes on Oldberg. Or should I call him Moldberg?
Is
So
it?
who wants to name every spot of this match?
Alright, that'll be me. I'll do it because I like the sound of my own voice. Finally, the truth comes out. I'm a narcissist. Super kick. Kick out at 1. Super kick. Kick out at 1. Spear. Jackhammer needed. 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate the match?
Without the post segment antics,
That's not part of the match. That's an after segment.
I give modifiers to the rating. I'm sorry. But without that, I gave it a 65%. I gave it a plus 10 modifier for the fact that Goldberg had pyro.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's pyro.
Yeah, thank
This
God.
is the only pyro aside from after the finish of the main event.
Not Goldberg. Lesnar also got pyro in his entrance.
Did he? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
He did. It just wasn't as It wasn't as big.
Does the Fiend smoke count as pyro?
No.
No.
Fuck you, 2K Games. Smoke isn't pyro.
But where
All
there's
right,
smoke, there
so
is
I
pyro.
gave it a 50 because this was a squash, whether we like it or not. This was a squash. 50 is my base rating for a squash.
I
Hey, if
gave
you
it a
look at that-
60.
If you look at the amount of moves, they had even offense.
They did. They really did.
They both
two
got two
moves
moves
for
in.
2 moves.
Exactly.
It wasn't necessarily a squash match. It was the most even match we've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a fucking kid with terminal illness taking on Serena Williams. They get the serve, and then Serena fucking bats over, and it bonks their head and goes over. Like, technically, they got 2 volleys.
You know what?
But we all know.
Fuck Serena Williams, by the way. I'm still upset about her crying on the fucking tennis court.
You know,
Forcing that poor-
you really aren't helping the narrative that you don't like women right now.
I'm sorry! I love women! Alright, I watch porn 5 times a day.
Women with dicks don't count.
Fuck! Alright, after segment, Ziggles laying on the ground. Bet you can't do it again!
And guess what? Goldberg comes back, and he fucking does it again.
Oh, man. Best part was after that. Ziggles, oh yeah, anyone can get lucky twice. Bet you can't do it a third time. Goldberg's already left, right? Music comes back on, Titantron comes out, old man Goldberg comes out looking angry as ever.
I wouldn't say as angry as he looked like a disappointed father.
He's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Again?
How many times do I have to teach you this
lesson, young man? I love the old people. Yeah, after segment, 100%.
Definitely. Great segment. Great segment.
Fantastic.
Look, that was the introduction of Dolph Ziggler's new gimmick. It got Goldberg over. It got me into SummerSlam, even for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized, guys? We're on a single Roman Reigns match on this card.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he... Was he on it at all? Because I didn't get any of the mid-match segments.
I mean, except for the promo segment that was like, oh, who fucking attacked Roman? Oh, it was Rowan. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ray, you got any comments on that?
What, on Roman being gone?
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of miss him. Kind of miss him.
Yeah, no, me too.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Oos.
Yes, Oos. Rest in peace, Oos.
Up next, we had AJ Styles taking on Ricochet in another rematch. How many times are we gonna see this fucking? How many times are we gonna fucking see this match before it's finally just like we're over it? You know.
I'll keep watching this match. I don't give shit. This is a match I'll watch. I don't know if I'll ever get tired of these two facing each other.
All right,
that being said, I'll probably be tired by the next podcast after I've seen it like 3 more times.
There's a Step Hurricane Rana. It looked very nice.
Oh, okay. I think that Ricochet keeping the top on for his attire looked fucking stupid. I don't know why he kept it on. It reminded me of when they had the women have the match in Abu Dhabi where they had to have the full bodysuits. Like Ricochet's trying to be modest. And not be offensive to Islam or something, you know?
Are you telling me that looking at Ricochet's body is not enough to make you fucking turn your back on Allah?
We know what he's done with his body.
Get it? It's a figure in his beehole joke.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We got that out of our systems. Let's move on.
There was a nasty leg move that Ricochet just sold the rest of the fucking night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it. I don't really have anything else to this match. Typical AJ Styles, Ricochet, lots of fun, lots of spots. The OC
Ricochet pulled out an Anaconda Vice.
Oh, yeah.
Which I never see him do.
This fire burns, boys.
It does. But yeah, that's kind of it.
There was it was, I'm not sure if it was supposed to be a Phoenix Splash or whatever the fuck he was doing, but it was like a corkscrew something caught by AJ Styles, clash, 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate the match?
I give it an 89.
I gave it an 87.
God damn it, you just really like me to hate women, don't you? 85%.
So yeah, Hash hates women, but he likes gays. Because AJ doesn't. That's the joke.
The gay community.
The gay community.
And on we move to the next match.
Ember Moon takes on Bayley.
Can't wait to see what Hash rates this one.
Yeah, it was this match was a match.
Yeah.
It existed.
It wasn't even the best Bayley match I've seen this year.
No. There was a giant CG moon in the entrance.
Yeah, Majora's Mask came true, boys.
Yeah, Hash's
stole
stream
that
was a
joke.
little ahead of ours, or mine at least. And he popped for something, and I thought he was popping for the moon. So I was like, I thought you were complaining about the CG. Oh, I wasn't popping about the moon. Oh.
Oh yeah, it was her mask. And
Yes.
Balloon had a cool skull
Yeah.
mask.
Yeah, no, I think you're confusing Hash for me. I think I was the one that was popping for the mask.
Oh, was it you? I apologize.
Yeah,
Hash,
'cause I was
Hash
ahead of
wouldn't have
both of
popped.
you.
It was a woman.
I was ahead of both of you.
All right, boys. Do you have anything to talk about during this match?
Ember Moon hit an accidental powerbomb at some point.
This match happened.
All right. So we go to the finish. Bailey to belly for the 1, 2, 3. What do y'all rate this match?
It was a super Bailey to Bailey. I gave it a 70.
So this match got a super 68.
I don't hate women. I tied with Ray. 68%, bitches. Honestly, I'm probably going to rate the Takeover women's matches a lot more. I like Takeover.
Well, we're not there yet.
No, we aren't. Up next, we had Kevin Steen taking on Shane McMahon in what had to have been the worst match of the night.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad SmackDown match that we had to endure on a pay-per-view.
Yep.
God, I don't even want to talk about the
I
match.
dislike this match so much that I'm just not going to talk. I'm protesting this match.
All right, awesome. So there's no one going to talk about this fucking event. So it ends with the stunner for the 1, 2, 3. What do y'all rate this match?
27.
I gave
Are
this
you
one.
fucking-
I gave this one a nice fat old DNR. Fuck this match. Fuck Shane O'Mac. Get him off my fucking television.
Did you actually DNR it, or was that like a, or did you just do that because I did that with Apollo Crews?
We'll never know.
All right, I gave it a
Yo.
5.
Huh.
I can't. So Cactus, 27, huh?
So
The
the thing that kept me
fuck does that
grounded,
mean?
the thing that kept me grounded is it felt like it was about 20 minutes less than the goddamn Janela match, so I wanted to rate it higher than that. That was my bar. Is that was torture, but it was less torture.
Okay, but like there was.
Well,
just
congratulations. This match was better than Joey Janela versus a dude who doesn't have any fucking legs.
Yeah. Plus Shane McMahon's punches.
Oh, yes. Shane
Like
McMahon's
those are
punches.
that's a 20% on its own.
They look
Ah,
fake,
yes, the
but
shit
probably
fighter.
fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Up next, we had Charlotte versus Trish Stratus in a match that why?
Putting
Didn't
over
happen.
the young talent. Woo!
Charlotte needs to be coronated again.
How many times are we gonna coronate Charlotte? Ah, we get it. You get to fuck Andrade while the rest of us have to suffer. What more do you need, woman?
I'm just glad they're putting over young upstarts that haven't accomplished anything in the WWE yet and don't have any family ties with anybody in wrestling.
I'm sensing a lot of sarcasm in that statement.
No! Sorry, me? No.
All right, Charlotte wins low for the 1, 2, 3. What do you rate
Whoa,
the match?
would you look at that? He skipped over a woman's match. This
Wow.
man hates women.
This man hates these cans.
I will say, Trish was taking mad fucking bumps for somebody like in their late 40s.
I was about to say, speaking of cans, Trish was selling her ass off in this match. Cans aren't the ass though. But like,
Did she get implants again?
no, she had a child. It's nature's boob job.
yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
Yes.
those
Yeah,
are
God
just filled with
implanted a
mommy's
child in it.
milkies. I feel disgusting.
Moving
after
on.
saying- I feel disgusting after saying that. Boys, please
should.
forgive me.
No.
All right, what do you rate the match?
75.
Yep.
Really?
It wasn't a bad match. I gave it a 73.
The ending had to have been that bad for me because I clearly remember nothing but the ending. So I'm just not even going to talk about my rating. We're moving on.
You know what? I forgot about something. About 3 times during this match, Trish just planted her groin into Charlotte's face.
Oh yeah, the old muff, the old muff maneuver.
Yeah, the old fucking
the
salmon
old-
face wash.
The old stretch muffler.
All right, you know what? Ray wins. Because this podcast is just about Rey winning. Rey is just fucking phenomenal at this moment.
Speaking of winning, I did win the KEWL championship at this event, so props to me.
Oh, that's why he's on his game.
I'm your champion.
Yeah. Up next, we had Kingston versus Orton.
Do you even want to talk about this match? Because it's just a Randy Orton match.
It's not that it was a Randy Orton match. It was... How could you have gone about this? This match had fucking 11 years of story to work on, and you fucked it up.
Their styles just don't mesh. Randy's Randy, okay, and there's certain people he can put on a great match with, and Kofi's a little bit more of I wouldn't call him a high spot wrestler, but he can put on some really good like high spots. Their styles just don't go together.
Yeah. Not only do the styles not go together, not only is this an 11-year in the making feud, not only has this been like built up very high, not only is Kofi Kingston one of the most beloved by the fans champions other than Becky Lynch, but it's also on the second biggest show of the year. Why the fuck is it gonna end in a double count out?
Oh yeah, the ending happens so fast I didn't even realize what count they were on.
Yeah, I don't even think it was actually a 10 count. I think the ref just said 10 and rang the fucking bell. I thought it was a disqualification at first.
Yeah, the ref was distracted by a Rogue Ty Dillinger shirt in the crowd.
You saw that
ever happened.
He got confused by the crowd. The crowd was chanting 10 the entire time, and it actually worked.
Yeah.
They got him.
Oh my god.
Alright, so yeah, it ended with the double count out for the 1, 2, 3. What do y'all rate this match?
Gave it a 30.
Damn it. As much as we shat, I kind of liked it, but also it sucked. 45.
I hate old people. I give it a 19.
You just hate women.
I do. I hate women like Kofi Kingston. I'm gonna snatch your weave. Up next, we move on to the greatest thing of the night. The shucky ducky quack quack moment of the night. As Bray Wyatt as The Fiend takes on Finn Balor as... Why?
Finn Balor comes out in his off-white attire. By that I mean too much white. My god.
They need somebody. This is why Finn Balor's in there. They need somebody who worked in New Japan long enough to strengthen their neck enough to have their neck snapped and be okay after.
Oh yeah, Bray Wyatt fucking killed Finn Balor halfway through the fucking match. Straight up just snapped his fucking neck.
Yeah, the key to that is halfway through the match. There's more match to go after he fucking snapped his neck.
Like, why? Honestly, new theme, new lantern, new look, new everything.
And I need new underwear after. Because that was awesome.
I came 5 times during that match. Ray, would you like to add anything so we're not just sitting on the fact that I said I came during a wrestling match?
I don't know. Lantern was pretty cool.
Ray is fucking yoked.
Yeah. Yeah, my dude's fucking big and scary, and I fucking love it, and I can't wait for them to fuck him up.
Why? Why you gotta put that choo-choo in the air?
Just please have faith.
Man,
Yowie fucking wowie, my guys.
Alright, we'll just move on to the finish. Mandible Claw for the 1, 2, 3. Legitimately, that's not a fucking joke. A legitimate Mandible Claw for the 1, 2, 3. What do you rate the match?
I give it an 80%, and I don't fucking care that it was barely a match. It was awesome.
Well, yeah, I gave this shit an 85. And that's not including the entrance, because if I include the entrance, this shit's 90 plus.
I gave it a 93.
Okay.
That's it.
No, that's something to be embarrassed about.
You're the only one making an issue out of it.
Yeah, wrestling is a spectacle, and it was one hell of a spectacle.
Exactly.
That's the greatest spectacle I've seen in a very long time. Up next, speaking of spectacles, we have the Beast, Bork Laser, taking on fucking...
Keep rolling,
Seth Rollins wins.
Rolling.
Get ready for another terrible babyface run.
Yeah, that's about it.
You know, this match was a prime example of when Brock is into a match, when Brock thinks that there's money to be had in a feud, that he will give a shit and put on an amazing match. Because this match was pretty damn good.
I mean, as Dash Wilder said, fans, oh god, I hate Brock Lesnar. He sucks. Fans during a Brock Lesnar match, this is awesome. And yeah, it is. It was. It was the purest definition of the word awesome.
Exactly. When Brock tries, that dude's fucking awesome. He's amazing. Dude, he picked up Seth Rollins by his fucking... The tape he had around his ribs and just fucking spun him in a circle and threw him.
Yeah. Not only is Lesnar awesome when he tries, but Rollins, when he's working with somebody with a complementary style, i.e. a Haas, he's also just spectacular.
Except Baron Corbin, because Seth Rollins isn't good enough to compete with Baron Corbin. Look,
Cut the shifts. Baron Corbin's just not that good of a wrestler.
Hey, fuck off.
Listen, like one of you said, and I'm not going to give credit because I don't remember who said it in the moment, that Seth works best in David versus Goliath settings, and Baron Corbin just isn't the Goliath to his David.
Yeah. I think that was a combination of me and fucking Hash saying both those things.
That's why he can't give credit. It was both of us. It was our love child.
Yes. Give credit to the Cool Wrestling Podcast. The worst podcast on the internet today.
Stomp. 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen.
I gave it a solid 92%.
92? Well, I'll be damned. I only gave it a 90.
Well, boys, I'll tell you to ring the bell one more time because I gave it a 90.
That wasn't a bell.
That was a
table.
fucking table.
That was a table.
All right, we move on to the final event of the... And no, we don't. Cool ratings. Gentlemen, cool ratings. Why do I hate the cool ratings?
Because you hate me. It's just simply a last-minute redemption arc percent.
Yeah, this match was literally saved by the last... Or not match. This card was saved by the last two matches.
So,
Yeah.
so what you're saying is it's basically like what everyone who actually watched Stardust Crusaders says about Stardust Crusaders. It was saved by the Dio fight.
Yeah, the very anticlimactic, not very good Dio fight.
Hey, I liked it.
Okay, you like a lot of shit things. What are you saying?
I don't like women.
Okay.
There you go. He admitted it.
On to the
ladies and
next
gentlemen.
event.
We move on to Takeover. As Takeover Toronto 2 happened. The last time this happened, Shinsuke Nakamura lost the title when I felt like he shouldn't have.
He never should have.
That's it. So we kick off the card with the Street Profits taking on Redragon to Dragon again.
AKA
Kyle
the
O'Reilly and
Undisputed
Bobbert
Era.
Fish. So, boys, how do you like Bobbert Fish? He's back again. Let's hope he stays uninjured this time.
Yeah, I'm sick of seeing Kyle O'Reilly's dad get injured.
Yeah.
He's like not that much older than him.
He's like a full 10 years older than him.
No, is he? So
Yeah.
you're saying Bobby Fish is that much of a fucking man?
Yeah, show it at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hashtag Shota.
I mean, I think he was born with that mustache. Because that mustache is still the greatest thing about him.
Yeah.
That, like, slightly curled mustache where he snarls while having that full beard as well. Bobby Fish, as a look, is exactly what I like in a wrestler. Kyle O'Reilly, as a character, is exactly what I like in a wrestler. Montez Ford is exactly what I want in a future prospect. And Angelo Dawkins.
Hell yeah, you're right.
You know, speaking of Angelo, he's not the biggest dude, but like in this match, dude looked fucking huge given the people he was in the ring with. And that really made me think that NXT is really missing out on that big guy tag team, that Haas tag team that they haven't had in a while. What the like AOP or fuck me, now I just drew a blank.
The Viking Raiders.
The Viking experience. Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Big guy tag teams. They just have a bunch of small guys, small tiny guys.
Yeah, they've always had that one big man tag team to gel it all together, whether it was the Ascension, who worked like hosses, even though, like...
Only one of them
fucking-
was.
Are you saying Rick
yeah.
Victor isn't the greatest hoss to ever exist?
I don't
I'm
know.
saying,
I love me some
yes,
Big
I am
Van Victor.
saying- Where do you go as the fucking one NJPW show I watched with him? I think it was like the American Shadow. Or some stupid
APOC?
shit. He was APOC at one point, but like...
He wasn't APOC, huh?
No, I think he was just the Shadow.
Okay. Was that
Yeah, no,
during the
he's-
dark ages of New Japan?
I think so. It was a tag match with him and Daniel Bryan as the American Dragon.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was That was like slightly when they were trying to leave the dark ages.
Yeah.
Thanks
That
to
being
Antonio
said,
Inoki.
They need to get my boy Riddick Moss, a big ol' hoss tag team partner.
Dan Mather.
I wouldn't call Dan a hoss. I mean, he's big,
No.
but he's...
They've been doing this on the independent circuit. The Riddick Regiment has rubbed off on No Soy Boys Allowed Dan Mather.
Let's get
Speaking of tag teams, I want Alexander Hammerstone and Dan Mather, because both of them have talked about soy boys at one point in time. So I'd like both of them just to No Soy Boys Allowed as a tag team, and just them take on a bunch of like skinny jobbers.
You know what? Yeah.
That's it.
I'm
I
okay
never
with-
want them to succeed. I just
I'm
want-
okay with that.
All
agree.
right. If you've seen any of the matches these two have had, it's a lot of that. Montez Ford, however, pulling out the Rock twice in the match, trying to do the People's Elbow before getting cut off, then hitting Bobbert with the Rock Bottom for the 2 count.
Let me tell you, Montez is incredibly athletic. This man gets so much height on his drop kicks, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, like Montez is just one of the funnest wrestlers to watch.
Definitely.
Period.
Because he, not only does he have the athleticism, not only does he have the look, he has charisma. This guy, in my opinion, has potential to be a world champion one day, if and when they decide to break the Street Profits up.
Yeah, at least a mid-card champion. He could do good in singles.
Oof. I want him to be the second black IWGP heavyweight champion.
Right behind Finn Balor. Wait, no, he never won it. Who's the first one?
Bob Sapp.
I know, I'm joking.
The Beast.
Look,
Sapp.
unsheathed horsecock hoot can't be disguised as a black man. He's not.
All right, moving on.
Right.
What do you rate
Moving
the
on.
match, boys?
I gave it an 88%.
I just gave it an 80.
I rated it somewhere in the middle with an 84.
Very nice.
All right, we move on to the next match as Io Shirai takes on Candice LeRae. Boys, this is a match that has been building up since Io Shirai turned heel. When she
Yes.
couldn't beat Shayna Baszler, and it was all Candice's fault.
This is definitely a match deserving of being the first non-title women's match on a takeover card.
Yeah.
It was a very nice match to watch, and Io Shirai is a very, very good wrestler.
Yes, and she's a very, very good heel.
Yeah.
I understand why she was brought in as a babyface to endear her to the fans and whatnot, but I think ultimately the best idea or the best course of action is to turn her heel as they have done and keep her heel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say keep her heel, but keep her heel for now. They truly lack a good heel on the NXT women's roster.
It's Shayna.
Besides
Shayna is
Shayna.
literally the only good female heel that they have in NXT.
Right. Right, because no matter how many people want to argue that Bianca Belair is a heel, she really isn't.
She's more of a tweener.
She is, and also stretching the word good, but we're not here for that.
We're not talking about her. She's not here.
Very good match, very rough kind of match. I feel like this would have been a better no disqualification match than just a regular match.
Yeah, definitely the way it started with Candice just charging to the ring and then them brawling, and then one of the first spots of the match is literally a spot on the announcer's table.
Right.
Yeah, this match would have definitely benefited from being no disqualification, but that's
I
not
mean-
saying that it wasn't a good match. That's just saying that
no,
it could have been even better with that stipulation.
Right, absolutely not. By any sense of the word, this match really should have been. I don't think they're going to continue the feud. So why have this match a normal match? Blow off the feud, no disqualification match, have them fucking beat the shit out of each other for a good solid 15, 20 minutes, move on to the next match. Which is what they did, but I would have enjoyed it more if Io could have pulled out the kendo stick and just thwack a couple of times.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of was missing that huge feud breaking moment.
Yeah. And definitely, and I guess this is kind of going into the finish, the way they ended the match really did kind of signal that I think this is the end of the feud.
Yeah.
With Io choking out Candice LeRae. Candice didn't even get a chance to tap. She just went out, and the ref called it for the 1, 2, 3.
See, personally, I would actually feel like that would extend the feud because Candice would be like, I didn't tap, blah, 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 bet you can't do it again.
I could see that.
Io Shirai pulling a page out of her older sister Mio's book for that submission to knock her out for the 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, what do you rate this match?
No, just to stop for a second, like, when you said, bet you can't do it again, I just got, like, flashbacks of her being the female Dolph Ziggler now.
Io!
Bet you can't do it again.
Bet you can't do it again. Does again. Everybody gets lucky twice.
Oh, Jesus. So what do you rate this match, boys?
I gave it an 82%.
I gave it an 85.
I, personally, looking back on it, I gave it an 86. I liked it a lot more than the Street Profits match, but
Hold
not
up. Hold
too
up.
much more.
Hash has the highest rating on a women's match. He still hates women.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I want my
Okay,
clap
but like, it's a Joshi match. I'm a sucker for Joshis.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is why you still hate women.
They wrestle a very specific style that just matches my sensibilities. Moving on, is it the North American title match next? It was, as Velveteen Dream takes on Peter English, taking on Roddy Littleboots.
You know,
This match was fun.
I could have done without the pandering to the Raptors in Velveteen's entrance. The Mountie reference was enough for me. And I don't think there was a need to. Whoa! We're the 2019 NBA champions. Yeah. You also lost Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does kind of seem a little Bush League when they do that, because it's like a fucking, it turns into like a fucking pep rally.
Yeah, it's like a,
little
hey
bit.
everybody, we're in this city. This is where I'm wearing the color of your sports team, and here's some more references to your sports team. Cheer me.
Yeah.
That kind of
Give a hand.
kind of blatant cheap pop getting move is only really acceptable by one person, and that's Mick Foley.
Yeah, he did invent it.
Turn up for your 2019 Toronto Raptors.
And then not a single Raptor came out, but the Raptors dance team was there.
Yeah. Not even Drake Maverick was there.
LMAO, my favorite Raptor.
Yeah. Yeah, this match was just very fun. I enjoyed this match
Yeah,
a lot.
I enjoyed the spot at the beginning of the match where Velveteen and Pete Dunne were getting in each other's face, and Roderick Strong was just kind of like, "Hey guys, I'm in this match too," and that's how I felt about it. I forgot Roderick was in this match until the match happened.
It really seems like he was just tacked on. He was just tacked on.
Yeah.
He wasn't really supposed to be there, but it's like, oh shit, we gotta fucking do something with the Undisputed Era. Roddy!
And there was
get in there.
there was a call in the match where I think it was Velveteen got pulled balls first into the ring post, and Mauro Ranallo goes something along the lines of obviously a basketball reference, and then he follows it by saying nothing but nuts.
Mauro just needs to shut the fuck up sometimes, because this is the same match I did that horrible Rick Ross reference.
Oh, yeah. A boss like Ross, hustling.
Like, what the fuck does that have to do with Velveteen Dream landing a fucking coast-to-coast elbow drop?
Well, they're both
Well,
black.
because he's a boss like Ross.
I guess. And just Mauro Ranallo just needs to fucking keep mentioning his goddamn love for rap music.
Yeah, just pop
boy.
culture references in general.
Yeah.
He seems to reference rap a lot. It's kind of funny every time he does.
Well, I mean, he's always done that. He's always referenced things. But since WWE won't allow him to reference his massive knowledge of Japanese wrestling and Japanese mixed martial arts, of course he's just going to go to the
He
only thing
made
knows
another
more.
rap reference later on in the card, which I'll talk about during that match. But if I remember correctly, the song in which he referenced, he probably should not have referenced.
Well, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Gentlemen, I really feel like this was the worst Velveteen Dream match since Cassius Ohno.
I don't feel like
Hold
that's
your
that.
tongue.
I don't feel like that's that controversial.
I just still enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more for the. I did enjoy it more for the done and strong parts than the Velveteen parts, but I still enjoyed the match.
I also enjoyed it, but it felt tacked on. It felt unnecessary. And so with that, I gave it an 83. Gentlemen, what did you rate it?
I gave
it a 90.
I gave it an 82. And being a bad match on a takeover card still means it's a good match.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
Still, it was better than half of the shit on fucking SummerSlam. It was better than 95% of the shit on fucking Escape from Los Angeles.
Yeah, the thing is, like, with the whole Undisputed Era thing going on with this entire takeover, it felt like the Velveteen Dream was like wasn't center stage for this. Which, what the fuck are you doing with the Velveteen Dream then? He commands the center stage.
He is the center stage.
He is not a prop. He is the fucking lead actor.
He always has been. He always has made himself that. And like you said, it just kind of seemed like he was taking a back seat to Roddy Little Boots.
Yeah, who is probably one of the least... I hate to say it, but he's one of the least exciting wrestlers in NXT.
I mean, Roddy versus the World, Roderick Strong from the Ring of Honor days will still be one of my favorite wrestlers ever. And I will go down saying that. I loved Roderick Strong in that era, but he's kind of just been... I wouldn't call him lazier, but he's definitely kind of just been like, yeah, I'm not going to go as Ham. And he doesn't need to go as Ham because, you know, he's wrestling a lot more.
Yeah, he's surrounded by people with bigger personalities.
Right.
He's still a fantastic wrestler. He just doesn't have the personality to really command center stage.
Exactly, and that's why before he joined the Undisputed Era, he was just kind of, I wouldn't say floundering, but he was just kind of in purgatory. Because yes, Roderick Strong is a really good wrestler, but character-wise, all they had given him was, I'm a dad. I'm a family man. I have a family. You know?
I come out to a blinding blue light.
Exactly. Like, I think his biggest flaw is his lack of character.
Yeah.
Because there's not going to be a time where like Roderick won't put on a decent match because he's a good wrestler, if not a great wrestler. It's just the character's not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we move on to the next match, I'd just like to point out, speaking of Roddy real quick, he likes to time his entrance to the boom of the music. He entered the ring once again too early, so he sat there for 30 seconds praising Allah, just praying to Mecca. And he even looked up at one point, like, is the part going to come up? And then all of a sudden it was about to come up, and he's like, oh yeah, boom! And it's
one day they're gonna prank him at a house show and give him like a version that doesn't have the boom in it.
I would have liked that. We move on to the next match as
By the way, before we start on that, I think we glossed over the segment with Matt Riddle.
Yes, Matt Riddle
Oh, yeah.
calling out Killian Dane.
bro, not like this, bro. It ain't gonna happen, bro.
Okay, now on to the next match.
Killian Dane took out a couple of jobbers. One of them actually took on the Viking Raiders on Monday night. The guy who went down with Matt Riddle and Killian Dane through the table, which was completely fucking unnecessary.
Oh yeah,
Damo.
I was like, why the fuck did that guy have to go through the table too?
Yeah, just fuck that guy in particular.
Fuck you, Damo.
I hope that guy got paid extra.
That security guard was like hitting on Nikki Cross backstage.
Angelo Dawkins hitting on fucking Nikki Cross every week.
You're right.
Oh,
but
you
they're
just
on
wait
different
until
brands, so you can't
Dane
touch 'em.
gets back to the main roster.
Damo, let's do it. Boys, we move on to the next match as Wu-Tang's favorite fan, Mia Yim, takes on the best of the four horsewomen of mixed martial arts. There, I said it, Shayna Baszler.
I'm not sure if it's just this match or they crowd the entire thing, but this match made it really obvious that the fucking crowd sucks. The Toronto crowd was dead.
It worked it was basically the entire fucking weekend in Toronto. That crowd was just like snooze.
Yeah, it just was really obvious when Mia Yim had her entrance with like a bunch of people. Like it was supposed to be this bigger entrance than normal, and it was just you could hear crickets.
Shout out to Ultralord, by the way, for being a part of that entrance.
Oh hell yeah!
Taking his time away from fighting Robo Fiend to appreciate his partner, Mia Yim.
Oh yeah, and the that's what's her name?
Fucking
The one on that progress show we watched.
Jody Threat.
Yeah, Jody Threat.
Sorry, Jody Threat's just not as memorable as a name as fucking Ultralord.
Was it just me, or did the dude in the front look like it was Matt Riddle? Because it looked like it was Matt Riddle.
I didn't notice.
Did not notice.
Like all the way in the front of the group, like probably the last person she fist bumped, kind of looked like Matt Riddle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to the people in the crowd. I was just paying attention to the fact that they're silent, and the fact that Morrow just kept calling fucking Yim the head baddie in charge, which sounds fucking stupid. Just call her the HBIC.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we can assume it's the head bitch in charge because she is the head bitch in charge.
Yeah, because no one's ever going to be intimidated by somebody calling themselves a baddie.
Oh yeah, we're on this match. I can finally talk about this Mauro Ranallo call. So all this stuff, and they have to keep a lot of shit PG. But Mauro Ranallo is allowed to reference fucking "Dance with the Devil" by fucking Immortal Technique. Like with the subject matter of that song.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, tell us about it.
I don't feel comfortable referencing it on the podcast.
I do.
Well, go ahead.
But I don't know the fucking song.
Yeah, I don't know the song either. I'm legit asking, what is it about?
Oh, yeah. Well, from my brief knowledge of the song, it's essentially a story about a gentleman joining a gang. He needs to... I don't remember if it was simply assault or rape and assault a person. Well, he ends up doing it. They pull the burlap sack off of the woman's head. It's his mother. And then I believe, and then I believe the gentleman kills himself at the end of the song.
It's like a rap version of It's like a rap version of Old Boy.
Yes, so Mauro Ranallo referenced that song.
Yeah, cool, good job, Mauro. This match kind of fucking sucked.
Wu-Tang's for the children. That's all I gotta say about this match. This match kind of... I felt like if the crowd was into it, I would have liked the match a lot more. I also... Here's my question. And you guys can answer as truthfully as possible. When are we going to get this title off of Shayna again?
When they book somebody for longer than goddamn 2 months.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, that's another thing that just took me out of the match. Like, yeah, Yim's good and stuff, but they've been literally booking her not only as like a contender, but at all for only the past 3 months.
She's also kind of suffering from what I'm calling the Asuka effect. You have a champion who's been so dominant that you're kind of like, oh, this new up-and-coming person should beat him. Wait a second. No, they're not booked strong enough. That'll make her look weak if she loses to them. You know, so once they build up a credible face that could believably beat Shayna, it'll happen. But as of right now, I don't believe they have that face.
Speaking of things, we talk about there's not a clear defining heel besides fucking Shayna. Who's a clear defined face to take on Shayna? You know, besides Mia Yim, nobody.
Yeah, Candice, who fucking lost.
Dakota Kai,
who's injured.
Broke her arm. Tegan Nox, maybe.
But
she doesn't get injured.
Tegan's on NXT UK.
She's also on NXT. So it's like Dakota Kai's situation. They're on both.
Bring Candy Floss to America.
Oh my
God, I'd take a Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler match.
Oh, that's just gonna be an awesome match. I don't care who wins. That's gonna be awesome.
Right. I mean, I'd gladly take Shayna winning, but at least there'd be a fucking credible challenger.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting dynamic.
Boys, we move on to the match as, of course, Shayna Baszler wins again. Taps out, 1, 2, 3. What do you all rate the match?
I gave it 48.
Oof.
I'm going to 52.
Oof. I give it a 72.
Yeah.
I like the match. I drowned out most of the crowd and shit.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed because I'm a huge fan of Shayna Baszler. I like Mia Yim, and they just didn't have a good match. So I'm just disappointed in them because I know they could do better.
As I said, I don't feel like it was the match that was bad. I think it was the crowd that just brought the whole quality down.
Yeah.
So we move on to the main event of the evening.
Yep.
3 stages of hell.
No, we're in WWE. It's the 3 stages of heck.
But we're in NXT, so it's the 3 stages of Slipknot.
Yes.
But we're in Canada. It's the 3 stages of Tim Hortons donuts.
It's the 3 stages of Tim Hortons coffee diarrhea.
Oh, jeez.
Whew. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm fucking tired of Adam Cole versus Gargano.
Yeah, but at least they've all been gimmick matches, so they all seem sort of different.
But then again, it's the question, who else is gonna fucking challenge Adam Cole?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Velveteen would drop the belt just so he could take on fucking Adam Cole.
So we can not win the belt?
No, fucking Velveteen better win that damn belt.
Velveteen's not gonna win the NXT World Title. And NXT is going to be the place for Velveteen Dream, possibly forever.
Yeah. If you say so.
All right, boys, we got to wrap this up real quick. So, Adam Cole, first fall. Johnny Gargano, because Johnny Gargano hit him with the chair.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
he
it was a DQ. It was DQ.
he essentially sacrificed the first fall just to beat the shit out of Adam Cole with a chair.
Which then he wins the second fall.
Yeah, it's shades of I think it was Royal Rumble 2017 with Del Rio versus Kalisto.
Del Rio took on Kalisto?
Yeah, in a fucking 2 out of 3 falls match at fucking Royal Rumble 2017.
I'll be honest
All right,
with
I'm
you.
gonna have to look that up.
I'm just gonna believe you.
Match happening.
I'm just gonna believe you that match happened.
All right. We move on to the third fall. Yeah, we move on to the third fall, where it was an Asylum match, but cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because the weapons weren't just on the top; it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Every fucking where.
Yeah, they were literally everywhere. The match ends with the burlap sack finally being used, pulled out a bunch of stuff. Cole hits Gargano. 1, 2, 3. Match over.
Yeah.
What do you rate? What do you rate it?
I gave it 98.
I gave this 100.
I gave it a 92.
I really
it.
enjoyed this match.
I did too. I'm just tired of it. So that
Yeah.
took down a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, definitely
yeah,
I don't want to see them face each other anymore after this match. I even, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if this was Johnny's last NXT match.
Right, I feel you. Speaking of Johnny's last NXT match, Candice LeRae comes out, hugs him. Willie Regal shakes his hand at the top of the arena after the thing goes off air. Johnny Gargano seemingly done with NXT.
And what a match to go out on, too.
And what a match to go out on, indeed. Cactus, what's the cool rating?
The cool rating is just getting really hyped for something and then just being great. Like, it's not fair. Like, you think it's going to be the best thing in the universe, and then it's just merely great, so it's disappointing, but you can't really be that mad at it.
Alright.
For me, it's the latest Full of Hell album. I thought it was going to be fucking fantastic. It's just merely pretty damn good.
I liked that album.
Yeah, it's I forgot what it's called, but it's great. It's not the best album I've heard, though, by them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, that concludes another episode of the Cool Wrestling Podcast, the worst podcast on the internet today. Don't forget to share us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your fucking local Taco Bell fucking job board, the Dairy Queen drive-thru, anywhere.
Yeah, and I just want to end off by saying I was 11 months off. It was Fastlane 2016 that Kalisto took on Alberto Del Rio in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Ah, okay.
Well, damn.
All right. So, gentlemen, that's it. Any final comments?
Oh, I've got one. I have information that'll lead to the arrest of Hillary.